Welcome back, fellas. We finished the last episode with 65 points and 2 remaining quest unlocks available. We finally achieved enough quest points to unlock and complete Dragon Slayer, which will give us access to the dragon variant of the Steel Heraldic Full Helm. Unlocking this quest brings us down to 1 remaining quest unlock. I know it still says 2, don't worry, we've already established that I can't count. This challenge has been with us since the very beginning, and I'm so glad to finally be able to clear it from the list. All that's left to do is kill RuneScape's most iconic green dragon, who's actually a lot tougher than I remembered, because this guy's fucking me up.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Luckily we managed to kill him on our first try. Now you might not realize it, but the completion of this quest is a huge milestone for us. Not only does it open so many doors to other content, but the quest itself just threw me into the 50 combat bracket. Every item from the mid-tier list is now going to be added to the wheel, along with some newly released rewards from the Giant's Foundry minigame. In all, over 300 items were added to the wheel, bringing the total number of items up to nearly 1,000. This is the point where the account is going to become much more difficult and exciting to play. And after changing our family crest, we were finally able to paint our steel full helm. All this effort, and it doesn't even benefit me in any way. Oh well. 66 points and we can finally spin the wheel. Yet another of my favorite challenge. 67 points. Wow, the wheel likes me today. 68 points. Oh no, I take it back. Fuck you, wheel. You suck. You suck. I really didn't want to have to come back here so soon, but I should have known this was gonna happen. We already have 2 torches in the bank that we acquired without a challenge, so we are gonna be forced to get a third. This time around, it took us 139 crates to get our third and final torch. And here's the total loot from this challenge. Overall, this challenge wasn't too bad because the rewards from it are so beneficial to the account. Moving on, 69 points. And the wheel likes us again. Another free point. 70 points, and we've now gained a second quest unlock as well as our 7th diary unlock. As I mentioned before, many of the diaries are locked behind quests, so we're not going to worry about these just yet. But don't worry, we will be getting there soon. Next up, we have a turquoise robe top to go along with our hat. 71 points. Ah jeez, anglers? Fishing trawler it is. I kinda jinxed myself on this one. I told a buddy of mine that the last time I got full anglers, it only took about an hour for the full set.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well, needless to say, this challenge took a little more than an hour to complete. It actually took around 10 hours and over 100 KC to complete. I never want to see this fucking boat again for the rest of my life. Thankfully, we only have to do it once, and this is now the permanent end of the fishing trawler saga. Good riddance. 72 points. Mithril Brutal Arrows. The actual name of this item is just Mithril Brutal, an ammunition so rarely used they didn't even bother to put the word arrow on the end. Unfortunately, making them requires the completion of the Zogre Flesh Eater's quest. I did include the Ogre Combo as an item that unlocks this quest, but I didn't include the arrows because there are so many different types for one, and they aren't actually needed to complete the quest. So we're going to use one of our available quest unlocks for this quest. And after we finally complete the quest, we are able to make our arrows. 73 points. Ooh, yes, Proselyte tassets. Finally, some decent legs. Rolling Proselyte is an automatic unlock of the Slug Menace quest, but there are a plethora of other quests I have to complete before I can get to it. So this one's gonna go on the back burner for now. With only one quest unlock available, we're currently unable to complete 2 of our 3 challenges, which leaves us with only one choice, and I bet you can guess what that is. It's finally time to begin our combat training and acquire the Iron Defender. We need a minimum of 65 attack and strength to enter the Warriors Guild, so we first started out doing a couple of Slayer tasks, thinking it would make the most sense to train Slayer at the same time. I was wrong. I realized after a couple tasks that doing Slayer at this level is a complete waste of time. Just don't even do it. Instead, I went back to Sand Crabs and AFK'd until 60 attack. I then upgraded to a Dragon Longsword and a DDS and trained strength up to 65, and then finished off with 65 attack. After a couple days, we were finally ready to take on the Warriors Guild. Getting here took significantly longer than it did acquiring the Defender, because after just 29 kills, we got our Bronze Defender, and not long after that, we got the Iron. Now the Iron Defender isn't all that great, it only gives about a +5 melee accuracy, but what this challenge does accomplish is that it gives us a massive head start on our combat grind, and as soon as we unlock our shield slot, the Dragon Defender is going to be an easily obtainable best in slot piece of gear. We've now acquired our 74th point, and we're just one spin away from our next sacrifice and gear unlock. Ooh, red spiky vams. Luckily these aren't as much of a pain in the ass as the blue ones. I've actually already acquired a shitload of these from opening the Eclectic Implings. Unfortunately for me though, I now have to obtain them one final time. I still had about 80 Implings left over from our clue grind, but sadly we didn't get the vambraces. At this point, I am once again forced to hunt Implings. The good news is, we got a pair after like 10 imps, so it really wasn't too bad. And with that, we finally hit our 75 point milestone, but before we get into the sacrifice, let's spin for our next item. Really? You couldn't have given me that like 10 challenges ago? Jesus Christ. At least this one's a free point. And moving on to the part you've all been waiting for, our third item sacrifice. Once again, I've carefully sifted through my entire bank and withdrew my 28 most valuable unprotected equipable items. I've numbered them in my inventory 1 through 28, and you've seen this before so you get the idea. I don't think I mentioned this before, but Treasure Trail's rewards do not count as wearable gear unless I can wear its untrimmed counterpart. The few trimmed items in my inventory represent their untrimmed versions. Everything else is pretty much as it appears. Lucky number 9. Goodbye, Adamant Battle Axe, you are now permanently banned. We're getting lucky on these sacrifices so far, but that's sure to change once we start acquiring some more high-level gear. I have a feeling these sacrifices are gonna get brutal. And finally, it's time to spin for our third gear slot unlock. Not the most useful slot to unlock right at the moment, but it is going to be pretty important later on, so I guess we'll take it. So far, we've unlocked our neck, helmet, and ring slots. And as an extra little bonus, I have a surprise announcement for you all. Some of you might be thinking, man, he's unlocking equipment slots so fast. By the time Wheelman starts bossing, he'll already have every slot unlocked. Well, I knew you would say that, which is why the rate at which I unlock equipment slots is soon going to change. As it stands, every 25 points, I unlock one of the 10 equipment slots available. 250 points for all of them is just way too easy, and you guys should know by now that I don't like playing Easyscape. So here's my solution. Once we reach 100 points and unlock our 4th equipment slot, the number of required points is going to be doubled for the next 4 equipment slots, and then doubled again for the final 2. Rather than 25 points per unlock, the next 4 will require 50 points each. Once we reach our 300 point milestone, the final 2 equipment slots will cost 100 points each. In all, I'm going to need to complete 500 challenges to unlock every equipment slot. Don't worry, this isn't another rule change, I had planned on doing this since the very beginning. I have this written down right here in my notes. It may not seem like it because I'm a little slow on my video releases, But progress on the account is moving at an alarming pace, and very soon we'll be approaching our 100 point milestone.